Hopefully you've been watching all of my webhook training. I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm super entertaining, right? But anyway, the webhook training module is designed to help you understand all of the options that you have available to you for triggering webhooks throughout the PhoneBurner system. And one of those options is what we refer to as the call end, or also call done. That's commonly referred to as both here at PhoneBurner. And that specific webhook is triggered on disposition. So if we jump over here to PhoneBurner, let's go to dial sessions, we'll go to dispositions, and we'll just click on the dialing set, doesn't really matter. So every time you click on a disposition, that's essentially indicating we are done. We've ended the call, that specific call to that specific record. Now, of course, the contact can have multiple phone numbers, so it's specific to that last phone number that was called and that disposition, right? So, and you can apply a call end webhook to the disposition itself. You can apply the call end webhook across the board on your account. You can just go in here to your settings and you can assign it here. And now, no matter what disposition you click, it's going to go to this endpoint. We're going to send the details of the contact and the call. All that information is going to get sent to that endpoint. Now, of course, if you do it at the disposition level, that overrides whatever you do here. But I want to talk to you about something because I get this question quite often: is can I send the call end payload to multiple places? And if you watched our video where we talked about going back to dial sessions, our appointment disposition. So if you watch this video here on configuring the appointment disposition, booked appointment, we talked about how you could do that in Zapier. And at the time I recorded this video, you could add the webhook ID. You know, you could add 2 different webhook IDs. In fact, you could do more than that if you wanted. You just have to be separated by commas. And so you have one URL that you're applying in PhoneBurner, but Zapier is going to ensure that it gets directed to the appropriate zaps because you're putting the different webhook IDs in there. But we have since updated our system to actually support multiple webhooks for the call done outcome, the call done webhook on our system. And I want to show you how you can take advantage of that. It is super easy. So let's say, for example, let's take our booked appointment disposition that we have right now. And let's pretend for a second that Zapier did not support this, right? So they don't support multiple webhooks by just adding the ID, and so on and so forth. So you could potentially be using a system or building a system yourself, and you need to be able to get the information from PhoneBurner sent to 2 different places, or maybe you want to send it to Zapier and another place, and you can't do what we did there with Zapier. I'm going to show you how you can do it. Now, of course, I'm going to use Zapier webhooks because that makes it easier for me to show you how to do this. So we're going to take the call end webhook. Now remember, we want all of our call activity to be logged in our call end tab in our Google Sheet, right? So we've got our call end. We want every call that we make getting logged here. And here you can see I got a bunch of activity. Where is the bottom? There's a lot of stuff down here. There we are. So there we are, right? Let's jump back over to PhoneBurner. So obviously we want every call going here. And all we have to do to send it to another place is hit a comma. No spaces, just a comma. Now we can go and grab the next webhook that we want to send this information to. In this case, we want to grab our booked appointment webhook. We're going to click on here. We're going to grab that webhook URL. Go back to PhoneBurner, and again, we just have a comma, no spaces, and our next webhook. And we could just keep doing that, on and on and on, as many webhooks as we want to send it to. We just have to separate it by a comma with no spaces, and then I hit Save Changes, and we're all set. So we can do that at the disposition level. like I just did there, or you can do it at the account level on the webhooks page. So if we wanted to, we could also do comma and add an additional webhook. Now, right now we're only supporting this for call end or call done webhooks, but if we find there is a need for additional options for like call begin or contact displayed or other ones, we could potentially consider that. But right now it's just on the call end / done. So as you saw there, I've got it added on the appointment disposition. If we jump over to contacts, let's just make a round of calls. Make sure we got our correct set of buttons. Get connected. So we're calling the flash. Let's say the flash answers and we book an appointment. So we have our conversation. I might want to add some notes, update any custom fields that I need to update, right? So I'm adding any information here that I need to add. And then once I'm ready, I click on booked appointment. When I click that, that's going to move me on to my next call. Now let's jump over to our Google Sheet. So now we should, within a few moments here, we should see that information posted to the call end, which we just saw come to the call end, which means we should also see it at booked appointment. So let's scroll down here to the bottom. Where are we at? There it is. And that's it. That's how easy it is for you to start adding multiple webhooks to your account when you want to trigger the call done or call end data to get sent to different places. So anyway, I hope that helps you and your organization continue to get more out of the PhoneBurner system. Thanks again and happy dialing.